The Philippines is the most exposed large country in the world to tropical cyclones. It is mostly due to its location. The Philippines is located above the equator and surrounded by many bodies of water. Typhoon is a name given to a tropical cyclone that is formed in the Pacific Ocean. If the tropical cyclone is formed in the southern Atlantic Ocean, it is called hurricane.
Typhoons form when warm air rises and hits cold air. They merge into a cluster up to 300 miles wide. Convergent winds force moist warm air into the atmosphere, where it releases latent heat and moisture condenses into clouds and rain. The cluster forms a single center of low pressure and begins to rotate. Evaporation and condensation fuel the storm's intensity.
Recently, Super Typhoon Yolanda, or Haiyan, struck the Philippines and left us devastated. It was one of the strongest cyclones ever recorded, which devastated portions of Southeast Asia, particularly the Philippines. Here's a table showing the strongest typhoons that hit the Philippines. Also, Super Typhoon Yolanda is the costliest typhoon in the Philippines, which costs 89 billion pesos. Here is a table showing the costliest typhoons that struck the Philippines. But other countries are not safe to the wrath of typhoons, even in advanced countries like USA. In 2012, they were struck by Hurricane Sandy. It was the deadliest and most destructive hurricane of 2012 Atlantic hurricane season, as well as the second costliest hurricane in the history of the United States. But the Philippine government is doing its best to prevent casualties and minimize costs. Our government formed NDRRMC, our National Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Council. It is a working group of various government, non-government, and civil sector and private sector organizations of the government of the Philippines, established by Republic Act 10121 of 2009. NDRMC worked with the various organizations and sectors to come up with a plan to carry its mission. And after the typhoon, they are also the one who is in charge of gathering data about the damage and casualties. In any calamity that may come in our country, we must be prepared all the time. Before a typhoon, we must prepare the most needed things to survive, just like food, water, medicine, first aid kit, and clothes. Also, prepare an extra battery, flashlight, radio, and a whistle. Put the important documents in a waterproof box so it will not be destroyed if ever there will be flood. During a typhoon, stay inside our houses, wait until the signal of evacuation came if ever needed. And after the typhoon, check the electrical and water lines if there were any problems. In every calamity, it is better to stay safe and not risking our life for our wealth. Remember, health is more important than wealth.